ID by Phil Emory. I have lost my card. That is my first coherent thought. A little while ago I awoke feeling weak and nauseous, sprawled in a damp, stinking, narrow little alley. I lay gathering my strength until I felt able to haul myself off the ground with the aid of a drain pipe coming down one of the walls. Pulling myself up, the nausea increased and I had to fight it down, clinging to the pipe. I leant my back against the wall and fumbled through my pockets. Then came the thought, surging horribly up through my floundering mind. I have lost my card. I can remember nothing before waking. I don't know who I am, not even my name. My clothing consists of training shoes, jeans, a shirt, and a raincoat. All my pockets are empty except one. I fish out a crumpled street map of a city with a jag of paper protruding from its pages. I take this out and read it. It's an address. My address. And a name, though not mine. A female name. A friend. Lover. Relative. I stagger out of the alley into the street. It's morning. There are many people and a busy road. I'm in the center of the city. Noting the street name and leafing through the map, I find the address on the paper is miles away. But I must go. I must find the woman. She must know who I am. Perhaps she can even help me find my card. Across the road, I recognize the symbol for an underground train station. A means of transport, a way to reach the address. I run towards it. There is a screeching sound, and I realize I've run straight into the road. I turn, and there's the front of a car, stopping inches away from me. Horns blare in their angry shouts. Nausea threatens to rise again. I thrust myself unsteadily across the road and slump, panting against the threshold leading into the underground. My breath comes back. I push away from the threshold and walk into the station, but then stop again, standing and staring. It's no use. The people form lines, queuing at several turnstiles. They slip their cards into slots on the turnstiles, pluck them out again, and pass through, heading for the train platform. But I can't pass through. I have lost my card. I walk slowly back into the street. It would be the same with the buses or the taxis, because I know without a card no transport is available to me. I must walk all the way through the city. It will take the whole day. I notice for the first time a cold wind, and buttoning my raincoat, I begin my journey. I move through busy streets, past large stores, office blocks, hotels, cinemas. Strangely, it must be nearly an hour before it occurs to me that I don't know what I look like. I turn to the next shop window I come to and stare at the reflection, not recognizing my face. It's as if I've never seen it before. Now it really hits me. I don't know the face looking back at me from the window. I don't know its name, what the owner has done, hopes, believes, what that person is. How long have I stared at the glass? I turn my head, but no one seems to be looking at me, so perhaps it hasn't been long. I turn back for a last look at my stranger's face before going on, and for the first time notice that inside the window is a restaurant. Am I hungry? No. I'm hungry for memories, for the past. Not food. Besides, the nausea is still there. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't buy anything. I have no card. I walk on. Gradually, the footpaths become even busier, congested with people. From this, I guess it's near the midday rush hour. I ask someone the time. My voice, like my face, is unfamiliar, quite throaty with no strong accent. It's 12:20. I come to a square. At the centre is a small garden with grass, flowers, and benches where a few people in coats sit eating lunch or reading. I sit on a bench, pull out the street map and study it. My progress has been good, but there's still so very far to go. I flop back on the seat. These people around me in the square all have cards. Could I steal one? Use it to get a train or taxi to the address on the paper? No, I could never do anything so terrible to someone. An impulse. Should I perhaps go back to the alley where I awoke this morning and search it for my own card? Then if I found it, everything would be all right. I would know who I am. No. I looked all around. The card wasn't there. My only hope is the address and name on the piece of paper. I get up and walk on. All through the afternoon I walk. The wind becomes even colder, penetrating my clothes. It must be the colder months of the year, autumn or even winter. I walk as quickly as I can to try and keep warm. Gradually the large shops, restaurants, office blocks give way to smaller buildings and houses. It must be winter, as I thought, because it gets dark early. I'm still weak. I don't feel any stronger than this morning. The nausea is still there, curled in the pit of my stomach, threatening to rush up and overwhelm me. It's more difficult to find the way now. The streets are narrower and smaller, with more junctions and turn-offs. The street map is constantly in my hand. Road names are harder to find. Even though the street lights have come on, everything still seems very dark. I find myself in a poor, run-down part of the city suburbs. Graffiti is sprayed on walls. The footpaths are dirty and strewn with litter. Signposts have been partly or completely torn down. I move past a telephone box, a ruin of a bus shelter, and stop beneath a streetlight to consult the map again. Suddenly something rams into my back and I fall hard, elbows first. Pain jabs through them. Then more pain in my ribs, back, stomach. I'm being kicked. As the force of the kicks roll me over, I catch glimpses of my attackers. There must be 4 or 5. They're young, no more than 20, any of them, shadowy, jerky shapes above me, snarling as they kick. Why? Do they know me? Do they perhaps have some grudge against me? Then the kicking stops and hands begin digging at me, probing into my pockets. So that's it. They want to rob me. Nausea sweeps through me again and the world swirls. I hear a nearby car accelerating, then screeching to a stop. The youths swear in unison. Footsteps. They're running. Then there are more footsteps, these coming towards me. More hands. These lift me carefully to my feet. 2 tall, uniformed policemen stand in front of me. They ask if I'm all right. Did those little bastards hurt me? Did they take anything? Their voices seem far away. I can barely make them out. And, strangely, they seem to have difficulty hearing my replies, so I repeat them louder. It almost seems I'm shouting. I'm not really hurt, I tell them. No, nothing was stolen. Then they ask me my name. I don't answer. They ask again. And again, I say nothing. Then they ask to see my card. So I tell them, I have to, there's no other choice. I tell them that I have no card. I've lost it. Even as I say it, the concern drains out of the policemen's faces and they turn away. I carry on talking. I tell them the address I'm trying to find. Can they help? Could they perhaps take me there? But they pay no attention. They get back into their car and drive away as if they no longer see or hear me. I watch them go, and after they're out of sight, I still watch for a time. Perhaps I hope they'll come back. Don't know. Then it starts to rain. Looking about, I see the street map more battered than ever in the gutter. I pick it up. Not far now. I turn up the collar of my raincoat and go on. The rain is coming down hard, splashing off the ground, soaking me. I could shelter in a doorway, but I daren't stop. I know I don't have much time left. The nausea hasn't receded this time. It's worse than ever. I'm so weak I can barely walk. And the darkness. The streetlights are on, I can see them, but everything still seems so dark. But here it is. This is the street. God, there it is. That's the address. I stumble along the street and across the road to a tall, dingy house converted into flats. The names of the occupants next to their room number are arranged one under the other by the side of the front door. The name on my piece of paper is there. Room number 5, 2nd floor. I lean against the door and raise my hand to knock, to hammer as hard as I can manage. But the door collapses, swings in. I didn't notice it was fractionally open. I collapse with the door, sprawling onto the cold, tiled floor of the hallway. I can't get up. Don't have the strength. So I crawl. The stairs are in front of me. I start dragging myself up, hands and knees, one step at a time. I manage to reach the next floor. A light bulb suspended naked from the ceiling glows, but makes no impression on the darkness. Of course it doesn't. How could it? How could anything? I can hardly see more than a few feet now. Looking up at the first door, I have to strain to make out the number. No, not that one. I pull myself along to the next. Nausea. Getting worse all the time. To think clearly. This is it, though. Number 5. My hand struggles up, makes a fist, thumps the door. I hit as hard as I can, but the noise is nothing more than a gentle tap. I wait. Finally, the door opens. I look up and see a woman. Dark hair, I think, but I can hardly see. I speak, and she looks down. She looks puzzled. Not concerned, not even surprised. Just puzzled. I say the name of the woman on the piece of paper, but she doesn't react. She reaches down and lifts something off the floor with one finger. It's a sopping wet raincoat. My raincoat. She holds it away from her with the finger. Mouth turns down with distaste. Then reaches down again and lifts another dripping object from the floor. My shirt. I scream at her, but there's no sound. I reach a hand up, but it's not there. Nothing left. No voice. No body. No card. Still looking puzzled, the woman slowly shuts the door. Only the dark left now. I'm not.
ID by Phil Emory was read by Sam Dale. The producer was Gemma Jenkins.